Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. And I've already teased you, I think, that I might do the Glendalough Calvados XO. And yeah, I'm not just doing the Calvados XO, but also the Glendalough Wild Irish Gin. But this will be another video today. It's gonna go about the Calvados, and I've told you last time that this is St. Kevin on the glass. Maybe I could show you the glass here. Oh, I don't have a screen for that, so I don't know what you are seeing now. I'm showing it to you correctly. So yeah, St. Kevin, and I have a bit of a story now, a bit of a background story about St. Kevin. That St. Kevin was going into the Irish wilderness with 7 years, for 7 years, not with 7 years. And as a legend stands that he was standing for 13 days and 13 nights with damsel eggs in his hands, and they were hatching in his hands, and he even waited with the little birds in his hands until they could fly. So I'm not quite sure if that story is true, but holy people have to be good for something. And yeah, let's talk about the whiskey. It's normal maturation, and then we have a finish in Calvados XO casks. The whole thing has 42% ABV. The Calvados casks are French oak, and it's single cask. So there's something written below, and it says something like stand apart, and a star. Not quite sure. And yeah, Glendalough Distiller, Wicklow. I think we've talked about everything about the distillery and stuff about last time or the time before, even though I think I've did the pronunciation wrong there. It's Glendalough. And yeah, so try. I'm not really into the no close up. Okay. I'm not really into the cognac, so I'm not really a cognac connoisseur. It's cognac, I think it's more like with grapes and stuff, not as sweet as sherry. So it's very sweet and subtle. It has a bit of honey, a bit of a vanilla taste to it. So it feels a little bit like a normal bourbon maturation, mild Irish whiskey, typical Irish whiskey with a bit of a garden fruit touch. Bit of a like a bit of a. It's strange that I'm always, if I try to find smells, then I do find them because I suggest them to myself. And so is it apple? Is it grapes? Somewhere in between, or even both. Just what I need today. A mild Irish whiskey with a nice fruity touch to it, a little bit of honey. Really sounds a bit like feels like a medieval fair, or medieval, like one of these old market stalls where you get candied apple or something like that. Really feels a little bit like that. Combined with a bit of a spiciness from oak or something. So definitely huge bourbon cask influence, mild Irish whiskey with a bit of a kick to it that I can't really quite put my finger on it because I'm really not that affluent in cognac. but it has that smell, that strange smell. It does have a bit of a brandy, a bit of a spirit touch to it. That's kind of fruity, but also a little bit of a, I don't want to say that negative because I had that negative touch, a little bit of an alcoholic note. It's not in a negative way. It gives the whiskey a bit of a fresh note, a bit of a lighter note. So it's not alcoholic as in spirit or fusel oils or something like that, but as in a freshness, as in fresh note. It's just not that distinct citrus character that you have in other whiskeys that has that freshness, or it's not also not a mintiness. It's just a schnapps spirit kind of note that you usually don't get in whiskey because of the maturation. Hard to say, but it has an alcoholic note in a good way. Didn't think I would have to say that at one point in time in my life, but I really like it. So yeah, nice whiskey. Definitely something else. Strong bourbon influence with that Calvados touch to it, and yeah, you can do that, and it's nice for a not that well known, pretty fresh distillery. Yeah, that was it. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.